Hey guys,
Hello.
Hello.
are you guys ready to rock?
Oh yes.
You know it.
Ready as I'm gonna be.
So before we get into it, let's just go around and do some introductions. And if you have anything you want to pitch for yourselves, let's have it. And we'll start with Joanna.
All right. Well, my name is Joanna. I'm my pronouns are they them. And I'm mainly a writer. Do screenplays for like horror, mainly in like the horror genre, but I also do short stories and novels and things like that. But today, I'm actually pitching one of the biggest passion projects I've ever, a big passion project of mine, which is Card Heroes. This game kind of takes the worlds of card battler animes, of course Yu-Gi-Oh, Bakugan, where the fate of the world is decided by a bunch of kids in playing a trading card game, and allows players to live out their own story like that. I've been creating it with Rose and Dylan in this chat as well, and we want to just kind of show it off a little bit to the public here. And I'll say this is also just a beta. We don't really have much art going on, but some things look a little bare bones. Some things are still in production. Rules and stuff are subject to change, but we want to at least try it out and see if we can have some fun. So this is this is the same thing I'm pitching, and I'll hand it off to my lovely players.
All right, Dylan.
Hey, I'm Dylan. My pronouns are he, him. I'm one of the creators of Card Heroes as well. I did some of the basic art you see, like I did the card you see on the screen right there. I'm a graphic designer, and I'll be playing Kaylin Trueheart for this little one-shot here.
Nice. Sasha?
I am Sasha Romanov, and I know absolutely nothing about trading card games. I am fully the guinea pig right now. I did volunteer for this. I have no one to blame but myself. I think it'll be a good time.
Nice.
And yet she won our little beta game.
Yeah, somehow I
Zero.
won my first ever game.
Yeah, like one with only like 2 health left. It was crazy.
And Rosemary.
Hello. My name is Rosemary Banks. I am a musician, creator, dabbling pixel artist person based out of somewhere in Ohio. I, as Joanna said, am one of the people who helped work on this game and develop it. And I'm really excited to get into things. Today I'm going to be playing the character Natalie Nielsen.
Nice. All right. Well, we're going to hand it off to Joanna. Just want to remind people that your donations not only help cats, but also let you influence the game. And Joanna will go through all of what that means, probably alongside the rules, because I don't know either, because I'm in less of the boat than Sasha is.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
At it.
Okay, so to give you the basic rundown, in fact, our fourth creator, roommate Ian, wrote a really nice introduction for this. It says Card Heroes is a card and dice-based TTRPG built around cards, terrain-based tactical battles, and friendship. Inspired by the heart soul of Yu-Gi-Oh, we also influence a lot of the social aspects. You build socials with other NPCs and with each other, and it gives you more powers and more abilities as that goes on. We take that a lot from Persona, and all of like the tile-based, kind of terrain-based combat. We've also inspired a lot from the Mega Man Battle Network games. Basically the premise is like we have these, you have these hero cards, you put them on your little deck devices and you transform into the hero. The character transforms into the hero, and you battle it off. You use power cards to bolster your abilities. You got to use counter cards to go against your opponents, and the last one standing wins. As for donating rewards and incentives. So the ones we have for $1, you can give a trait token to any player. There are 5 traits. There are 5 traits, technically 6. There's heart, smart, courage, influence, and style. It's a lot like Powered by the Apocalypse. When an appropriate scenario comes up, I have them roll 2d6s in that in that certain, in that scenario, 7 to 9 is partial success, 10 is a full success. But the if they have tokens in specific ones and specific those specific areas, they can use those. They can spend those tokens to increase the results of those rolls. And if they have, I believe, if it's like 5 tokens in that one specific trait, they can spend those 5 tokens and instantly like increase the bonus. So like from a +1 to a +2 or so on and so forth. Players also have these special tokens, which are like their special talents. It can be like hobbies or something like a sport you play, and those are always +3. And if you can convince me that the situation can call for your special token, I'll let you roll that. We also have for $3 an all-encompassing token. These tokens have the same purpose, have the same function as the regular as the what's it called, the singular trait tokens. However, they can be used for any role, and they also have some other special abilities. For example, a player can spend 5 of them, and they can level up their hero, which means the hero will get some new max HP and EP and get a new special ability. At the current moment, our heroes only have 2 special abilities, but they can get up to 5. You can also, so for $5, you can give them a healing item. Basically, there will be a phase where people are playing power cards, and once per turn, a player can use a special item in a shared inventory. And it can be something like an ether to restore some energy, or a first aid spray to restore some health. For $7, you can give them a damage item, which will allow them to basically use this item to do some free damage to the enemy. For $10. You can give them both a healing item, a damage item, and a field item. So, 2 from the first one, 1 from the first one each, but also that will help affect, tile-based combat. They can spread their element tiles around the board. For $15, you can level up 1 player of your choice. Their hero will level up and get even stronger and more HP, more EP, and new special abilities. For $20, you can give them a destiny draw. Basically, you choose 1 player. That player during their turn, their draw phase, they can take any card they want and put it on the top of their deck. And for $25, you can level up every single player at once.
Wow.
So yeah. All right. So so I think that's all about the the reward, the incentive. So I'd say we got a little bit to cover. So let's say we jump in.
Let's
do it.
All right. So to start, I've got a little bit of an opening monologue for y'all. So 100 years ago, Dr. Kenzo Hanamura discovered there were 6 other dimensions apart from our own, all of which were vast worlds composed entirely of valuable resources and populated by hundreds of different creatures. These dimensions were the fiery hotlands of Blaze, the cool aquatic wonderland of Wave, the endless windy skies of Gale, the vast forests and rocky caves of Terra, the gentle heavens of Shine, and the dense darkness of Shade. Thanks to this discovery, the people of our world were able to trade and develop alongside these dimensions, creating societies where all necessary resources were nearly unlimited. But Dr. Hanamura's innovations were far from over, as he soon founded a company called Illusions Workshop, which used his knowledge of these other worlds to create one of the biggest phenomenons to ever exist, card heroes. Using augmented reality tech, this game allows players to transform into any number of creatures that inhabit the other dimensions, giving them the power to create fire, breathe underwater, fly through the air, withstand any force, light up any path, or hide in the darkness. With power cards to bolster their abilities and counter cards to foil any opposition, players battle it out until only 1 is left standing. But Card Heroes isn't just a game, it's a way of life. It's how laws are enforced, battles are fought, discoveries are made. All of that is at the hub of it all is the utopian metropolis of Halcyon City. So we start off. It is February 5th, the year 3234. We are taken to the streets of Halcyon, where the sky is blue and the perimeter is surrounded by like a beautiful sandy beach. The buildings are ginormous with like holographic advertisements playing all over them. And thanks to the innovations of the companies like Hinosoft and Securitech, the people are protected by these metallic humanoid androids that are standing around every corner. But the action right now is taking place at the Halcyon Convention Center, where two heroics face off against each other. They place their hero cards on the deck device strapped to their arms, allowing them to transform into these otherworldly creatures. In the red corner, a white-haired girl named Alice Spectre transforms into the translucent Banshee, embodying the shade element. And in the blue corner, there's a plump kid in a dark blue hoodie and some goggles, who strapped around his face, who goes by the name of Zeke Stratwin. Zeke transforms into the polar bear clad in ice armor, known as Polbarian. Their battle is intense and explosive back and forth, but the tides seem to turn in Alice's favor when she plays a card called Upgrade, which evolves her into a bigger, more frightening hero named the Somber Banshee, who shrouds the area in darkness. She fires off her wailing miss attack, but Zeke is able to counter with his Ice Wall counter card, which stops the attack and freezes Alice, leaving Zeke as he kind of takes the final move. He launches up. He raises his hand as a big glacier falls, and he goes Iceberg Slam as he just smashes it down on Alice. The hero dissipates as Alice is kind of laying on the ground, and the crowd goes wild. Zeke is declared the winner. They're all clapping, but no one is more enthusiastic than Zeke's true friend, Gates' best friend, Kalen Trueheart, who I will let Dylan introduce now.
All right, so for Kalen, he's basically like a very his character is that he's of the cheerleading playbook essentially. So like his whole thing is that he's very like in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's always that character on the sideline that's like cheering for the main character or just like trying to motivate them to win. He's like that. To kind of describe what he looks like, he's wearing like a tan towel wrapped around his neck. Because you never know when you'll need a towel, right? Paired with a blue blazer over a white long sleeve shirt marked with a bold paw print at the center. He's also got untamed, a wild orange hair. No gel could hold back these locks. And like the moment that his best friend Zeke wins, he's like, "Yeah, Zeke! That's what I'm talking about. That's my best friend Zeke over there."
All right. Yeah, the battle so the battle finishes, and for some like late lunch, you and Zeke kind of meet up. You're at this you're at like kind of a fast food restaurant called Herculean Burgers. You're sitting out, you're chowing down on some burgers and fries, and Zeke is just full on just like, wow, I can't believe I actually won. I was sweating the whole time. I almost forgot where I was. I thought I was going to pass out on stage.
You're a natural out there, man. You just took it like a champ. You're going to be a pro heroic before you even know it.
He's like, yeah. In fact, he kind of reaches into like kind of his pocket, his hoodie pocket, and pulls out this like envelope, and he says, "Turns out for winning that tournament, I got invitated to the dimensional championship. If I, this summer, if I can compete in that, if I win, I'll be known as the best heroic in the balance dimension."
I'm so excited for you, man. I can't really express just how proud I am of you. Like you've really come a long way, honestly, from when we started out in elementary school.
Yeah, you definitely carried me, especially through all those exam battles back at Eden Academy.
We carried each other, man. And one little detail I will mention is that both of us are wearing like these gold like earrings. Like that's kind of something that like with his buddies, like all his friends like have these like gold earrings to know that we're all part of the same group, friend group essentially.
Yeah. He looks and he says, "Well, I'm excited, but I'll admit I'm also kind of worried. What are you going to be? We went to Eden hoping to both be pro heroics. Now, I'm lined up for the world championship or for the dimensional championship, and you don't even have a deck device. Are you sure you're going to be okay?"
Well, I've been just doing job after job recently. I don't really know where I'm going right now. I didn't want to do college, like I told you, and I had to sell my deck device and my hero in order to help out my mom. So it sucks, but just how it is right now.
Well, what he's like, do you ever get jealous of me, seeing me up there on stage and winning and competing in the pros? Well, you can't even, you can't even play casually.
Well, I'm not jealous of you at all, man. I'm proud of you and where you're at.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm just trying to find my way. I'm taking it easy, one job at a time, just trying to, find my own place in this world.
He kind of smiles and says, okay, well, I can tell you're being, he kind of looks and says, I can tell you're a little bit direction, you seem kind of directionless, so let me do something to help you out. He raises up his deck device. It's kind of almost like Pip-Boy ass, like sort of a device that like kind of got like a big like screen on it and like a camera on the end, and it got a slot for the deck. He just kind of presses the button on the bottom as like like this like strap unlatches, and he hands it over to you, and he says, oh, hey, listen, we entered Eden Academy. We were we were lab partners in Eden Academy. We've been through everything together, and I don't want to go through this championship without you. So he's like, I'm gonna let you hold on to my deck device for now. And it's like, and come this summer, I want you to be there with me, battling in the championship.
Kalen has this big smile on his face, just kind of reaches out. They do like their own little special handshake. They like snap. And then he's like, brother, I'll be right there next to you.
All right. With that, you've established a social link. Social link established. Basically, by spending time with characters, you get special abilities in this, and you learn more about them. You learn more of a story. So you've gotten rank 1, passing the torch. This allows. This will basically allows you to now have Deke's deck device, and yeah. So as Zeke will also like follows like, and don't worry, I'll be able to keep playing still. As he pulls out like a big suitcase and he pulls it up and he shows up one of the older versions of the deck device iterations, rather, the deck suit, which was one that fully like you had to strap around your shoulders and your legs and like knee pads and like on your chest, and it's like it's a lot more cumbersome, but you know what, it immerses you a lot more when the whole thing's around your body.
Yeah, it's really retro, I think it really suits you.
Yeah. All right, so we will move on after that scene is over. We move on to Eden Academy, one of the top high schools in the balanced dimension, especially when it comes to looking at those who want to be pro heroics. Here students kind of live on campus dorms, and they partake in a variety of courses. But a big draw is that they have their own card shop that gets all like the latest cards ahead of release, and they've got their own private stadium. And like the teachers are like pro heroics and like judges, and some like people who can teach you all the ins and outs of card heroes. Many students in Eden Academy go on to become some of the top heroics in the balanced dimension, but there are many who struggle to get even through their first year. And awaiting one of those struggling students is Reina Hanamura, this 39-year-old woman of kind of an hourglass figure. She's got green eyes, teal-colored hair that matches her lips and her nails, wearing kind of a simple white office dress, office style dress. Got like some white stilettos on and like a white pearl necklace. She kind of sits at her desk, interlacing her fingers as she waits for her visitors. And standing by her side is one of the professors, Professor Aspen Wolport, the top like the top like heroic pro heroics teacher for the first years at the academy. He's kind of skinny guy in his mid-30s of messy brown hair, stubble wrapping around his cheeks and chin, brown eyes, and he's got like this kind of white dress shirt, gray sports coat on top of it, a black tie, and a pair of thick glasses. I remember when I described him during one of our beta games, our roommate Ian said he kind of sounds like how people draw fan art of Markiplier.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then
What a
I'm there.
statement.
Yep. So, on the other side of the door, two Secura droids can be heard welcoming the visitors into the office. The door slides open as a teacher and a student walk through. And it's at this point where both Sasha and Rose, you can now introduce your characters.
Very well. I will be playing James Rockwell, 40 years old, PhD, and the robotics teacher at Eden Academy. Absolutely no idea what Card Heroes is. Well, no, that's not entirely true. I mean, how long can you realistically stay at Eden before you hear about it tangentially? An hour, 20 minutes? But as far as details, it's just something. He knows the kids are into it, and he knows that it looks fun, but that's about it.
Okay. And then trailing behind him will be a young first-year student with mint green hair and matching cat ears, with her face covered in bandages. Not really sulking, but very kind of like dragging her feet behind him.
As you enter the room, you walk around this like ocean blue carpet, and there's like these two kind of like cushion chairs float up from like little holes in the floor and that cover themselves up. And Raina is like, "Oh, well, welcome you two. Please sit down."
Of course.
Yeah. As you sit down, the headmaster says, thank you both so much for coming. Especially to you, Dr. Rockwell. Thank you for filling in after Natalie's parents canceled on us last minute. And so to start this off, Natalie, she looks to you and says, I want to emphasize that you are not in trouble. In fact...
Oh, good. Can I leave?
You see Professor Wolford is like, hold on. He's like, no, but that's the thing. This meeting is here so we can help you. She looks to Professor Wolport, who, is very, this strict, no nonsense, very intellectual teacher. And he kind of pushes up his glasses and he says, like, Natalie, to put it lightly, your performance in my class has left a lot of room for improvement. Yeah, you have failed most of the exams. You don't pay attention in class, and just about every partner I've tried to give you has demanded for a switch. Finals are coming up at the end of the month, and this is your last chance to pass this year. Otherwise, you will not be able to return for your second year in March.
What? But I. Yeah.
Raina looks to you, Dr. Rockwell, and is like, I know that you're one of the teachers who vouches for her a lot. So, as I was hoping, is there anything you think we can do to help? That could help Natalie out and help her improve and pass her final exam. And same goes to you, Natalie. If there's anything you're struggling with when it comes to class, please let us know.
Classes are just so boring, and all the teachers make me sit with my feet on the floor, and all the things we're teaching, I just want to play the card game. I just want to go outside.
They both kind of look. Wolport is just like, I know, but and yes, playing is a very big part of that. But there's a lot of rules, there's a lot of complexities, and combo. It's like if you just play whatever cards you have in your hand and not knowing what they do or how they interact, you're going to end up in a bad situation.
And it's not my fault that Wolport always hosts his strategy classes during my mid-afternoon cat nap.
He's like, Wolport is like, it's like, this is the class you signed up for. And he's like, besides, I think it's like, I think if you got some better sleep during the night, maybe went to bed at like 9 or 10 o'clock, you may actually have enough energy to come to my class and pay attention.
Yeah, but the rhythm game tournament at the arcade is held at that time.
They both look and says, well, Raina looks and says, well, sometimes as you start to grow up, you may have to sometimes put aside some things that are like some things that, while are fun, are mainly distractions, so we can focus on the important things like our grades.
Natalie is just going to look up at Rockwell with very large eyes, begging for help.
Rockwell is not at the end of his rope, but it's in sight. This has been an entire year. He's tried just about everything he can think of. He's at a loss at this point. He considers it a personal failure to have to fail any student, but this girl keeps him up at night. He cannot figure her out. It's just like, it's clear that part of the issue is motivation. Natalie struggles to find elements of class that she enjoys and that she can engage with. I've done just about anything I can think of to try to accommodate her, but I can only do so much. I'm one man.
Oh, well, Raina says, have any of those accommodations made progress?
I don't know, have they? I don't think that's my decision.
Well, it's like she just looks, well, Natalie, is there anything that Dr. Rockwell has done that has made you more motivated to pay attention in class?
You can see Natalie, while the grown-ups have been talking, has just like taken a small little mouse toy out of her backpack that she is just batting between her hands. It just looks up. Huh? What? Oh, paying attention. I think sometimes when Rockwell gives lectures, he likes to point at the board with a laser pointer. That makes me pay attention.
It's true. When I got the laser, I noticed she was a bit more attentive for presentations, but none of the information seemed to stick. So I have no idea what's going on there.
They both look and they both like the headmaster and the professor look at each other, and he says, "Well, perhaps that can be a start." Does and Professor Wilford would speak up and say, "Does she stay in her seat when you use the laser pointer?"
For the most part, if I have my back turned too long, she does occasionally try to launch herself at the wall, but that after the last incident and he gestures to the newest set of bandages, I don't think that'll be happening again. God, I hope.
I certainly. Same here. He's just like. Wolport looks in and says, "Well, if I could make some recommendations, we do have after school. There is a study group you can join. They meet every day after school, and it's like and they go over what they talked about in my class and help out with homework and things like that." And Raina adds, "And it could also be a good opportunity for you to make some new friends."
Well, after school, but what about my competitions at the arcade? I didn't practice for those.
Like Raina's just like, I thought those competitions were at 9 o'clock. You said they were in the
competitions
evening.
Are late at night, but I have to practice for them.
The hyperfixation goes hard.
It's like, well, Raina says, well, just like you have to practice for your competitions, you also have to practice in, you have to study. Study, like studying is like practicing for school, to keep your grades up and to pass the exams.
If I say yes, can I leave the room earlier?
They both
No.
kind it's like Wolport just says, like, it's not just about saying, it's about doing. You need to apply yourself.
There's only so much that we can do for you before you have to engage with us as well. I believe I speak for everyone in the room when I say that we all want very little else at this point than to see you pass.
Wolport nods. It's like, yes, I don't want to give up on any of my students. Heck, I even told you that when we had those when we had those partner battles where, and I told everyone else in the class that they'd fail if they lose, I'd make sure to tell you that was not the case.
Oh, I'll go say,
Raina just looks and says, very well. She kind of like, Amelia has a paper and it's just full on. Here you go. You can start. You can start tomorrow. You can start tomorrow. You can start next Monday. They'll be sure to give you a warm welcome. And with that, it's like she's like, they, as Raina is like, now, all right, now you are dismissed. Just again, we will do what we can to help you. And Wolport just looks and just says, remember, this is your last chance to stay at the academy.
fine.
All right. So as the meeting ends, Dr. Rockwell and Natalie, you exit the school outside of the courtyard where, at this time, being February during, kind of later winter, most of the trees are devoid of any leaves and the bushes have yet to grow any of their flowers. And it's kind of a little nippy in the wind kind of house around the castle. As you watch around, Natalie, there's like statues of some of the most iconic heroes in the game that, kind of almost loom over you. Is there anything just kind of on your mind, anything you want to say as you and Dr. Rockwell walk outside?
Are they really gonna fail me if I don't go?
It's not about whether you go or not. It's the thinking is the study group will help you avoid failing.
I don't see how it's gonna be any different. It's just gonna be a crowded room full of students talking about how to play Card Heroes better. I'm not bad at the game.
Well, no, I didn't say you were, but we're all here to get better, I presume. Says
I
the
don't
robotic
need to get
teacher.
better. I'm already the best.
Yeah. Sure. It's just a deep pain on Rockwell's face. Dear God in heaven, what do I do to help this child?
Yeah.
It's I do want to be very clear. It's not a what did I do to deserve this? It's a how can I get her out of this?
Yeah. So, as you guys continue to converse, suddenly you feel like you start to hear something. The leaves on the ground start to kind of blow a bit in the wind. The wind almost seems to be picking up, starts to narrow, like it's only blowing in one direction, and not only in one direction, but in a specific, only like a specific area in front of you. I'd like both of you to go ahead and give me a smarts check. Roll me 2d6s and add your smarts modifier.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I need to get rid of a couple of these here. What is my smarts?
Wow.
Wow.
Are those good wows or bad wows?
I got a 13.
Miraculously, I got a 10.
Oh yeah. So you can start so Natalie, what you notice as the wind starts to pick up, something zooms right by you and into like the nearby the nearby bushes. You were able to get a good like kind of peek and look at it. It looks like a cat, a green cat. And Sasha, you can still tell as it like rolls into the bushes and starts looking around. You can see like a pair of kind of greenish eyes and a small little like gleam coming from a nearby bush.
Looks like one of the card heroes got loose again.
Natalie's going to rummage through her backpack and pick out a package of dried fish that she usually keeps on her for snacking, and is going to try to lure Cat out of the bushes with it.
All right. Go ahead, give me a. That's
Can I qualify that as rolling as my special ability, Cat Girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I can't think of a universe where that wouldn't apply.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it my highest modifier. That'll be a 9.
All right.
Goodness.
So, as you kind of are you like placing it on the ground, or are you like dangling it from your hands?
I think I have it in my hand. I want to have the cat approach me.
As you do that, zipping out from the bush, you just hear zipping out from the bushes. You see this green, almost looking like tiny, like almost cheetah-looking cub, zip out for a split second, grab it, and then zip right back into the bushes.
Wow. How do I keep it out?
What do I have on me? Not very much. Did always try the laser pointer.
Natalie's eyes shoot open and ears perk up.
Sure. Go ahead. Give me a. You know what? I'll make that your choice of a your choice of a smarts or an influence check.
I'm gonna say smarts because I actually have anything in it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a 12 total.
Oh. So, as you brandish the laser pointer, the suddenly, out from the bushes, pops out another cat.
Oh.
This one looking more like a Bengal tiger, though like its orange parts are more reddish looking. It's got kind of these yellow eyes, and around its neck is around its neck around his neck is a like little like it's got like a little collar on.
Oh,
Nice.
first
Oh,
donation of
heck
the
yeah.
day.
Hell
Very
yeah!
nice.
Thank you for the thank you for the donations. So
So all-encompassing token and a trait token.
all right, I guess you get to choose what trait token that is.
I suppose I do. I'm gonna. I don't know offhand.
All right. Well, while you do that, suddenly this tiger has a has like again like a little like a collar around it, and there is a like a there's this kind of pyro jewel and stuff. Sorry, this kind of red pyro jewel as it like it like goes out and goes out on this pouncing page and just is full on like the jewel lights up and he just spits out a little spits out a little amber of fire that just comes and bursts up over where the laser pointer is, and he's just and like you see the green cheetah kind of almost peek out from behind as they're both watching, and like the red tiger just kind of looks at this. What do you want?
What?
They just want to be friends.
Are you two lost? Normally we don't have many. Are they just immediately identifiable as card heroes? Would I know that?
No, not to
Nope.
you at least.
They're just weird cats.
Right. I am entirely stunned. The cat has just spoken to me. That's never happened in my 40-year life. So it's just like, are you lost? Are you with someone?
Natalie, I'd like you to give me a heart check.
Yeah. Roll. 10.
All right. They both kind of look to each other as you see like the green cat is like the green cat pops up and she has kind of like a more feminine voice, but yeah, she talks. She's like hey Tiger, I think this is that could be a lot of help, and also friends would be nice as well on our journey here. Talking very very quickly, and the tiger just looks at us like, but I guess we do need to find humans. The two of them walk out and approach you.
So cute.
I'll say the immediate like the emerald the emerald cheetah immediately or the green cheetah just hops on and says, hi, I'm Emerald. I'm Emerald. What's your name? And just like as she talks, he just kind of zips around to the other side of the other side of you, and he's like,
I think like doing her best to keep the cheetah in sight. Natalie is kind of like spinning in place to keep eyes on it and just saying, my name's Natalie. Who are you again? Oh, you already said that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, audio processing.
As she is zipping around, she is almost like forming almost like a little like when you tie two pop bottles together and you put water in them and it makes a tornado.
Yes.
It's kind of looking like that.
Just kicking up a little dust devil around me.
Yeah, a little dust. Yeah. A little dust is popping out. It says, yeah. Hey, what's your food? Do you have any more snacks? Are those real ears? I didn't hear humans don't have those kind of ears. Hey, are you gonna help us find the Messiah?
What?
Yeah, I've got more snacks. Here. That's all she heard. Is going to rummage through her backpack again and take out the full package of dried fish and continue offering little bits to Emerald.
Emerald immediately just kind of like just kind of zips by and just starts. You don't even see like you just see them kind of almost just disappear from your hands one by one.
I just make a mental note that I definitely need to at some point talk to Wolford about a raise because I am not qualified for whatever is going on right now.
As the tiger kind of approaches you, Doctor.
I do an AP course.
Yeah, Doctor. As he kind of looks, he's like, apologies for my colleague. She can be a little inattentive.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. It's like he I will say, as Rockwell, as you're kind of wandering off, you do see some security droids on campus. These human, these sort of metallic androids, these kind of silver metallic androids. They kind of turn. You see them walking over to you guys. A pair of them. And
okay.
Yep. While you ponder on that, we're gonna cut back to Kaylin.
All right.
So you're walking home. You and Zeke have kind of split off your separate ways to go back home. You're taking a walk kind of by the sandy shores of Breeze Beach. You're watching kind of the waves crash in. Around this time, the beach is almost kind of depressing. It's there not many people are there because of the coldness, and like there's chill winds that create the chill winds that create the waves make people avoid it, so the place looks empty. All you really have is the occasional secure droid standing guard and maybe use some cars zoom by every once in a while. Off on the shores, as you look, you notice there seems to be an orange cat with big round ears sitting like kind of up on a rock and is full on perched and full on looking mighty.
So Caitlin looks at that and is just like, got nothing else to do. So he just like kind of like kung fu jumps onto the beach because he knows the martial arts, and like he kind of like slowly approaches the cat and just kind of up there on the rock very nonchalantly.
And as you do that, the cat turns to you, and you notice it has a striking resemblance to a lion cub. It's again got these kind of bigger muscles, bit more thick than your average street cat, and it's got these large fangs hanging out of its mouth, and yet again it also has this kind of collar with a and around that collar is a very orange piece of amber. So as it turns to you, it just says like, welcome, denizen of the balanced dimension. Did you come to bask in my glory?
Whoa, you can talk?
He just says like, of course. It's like, what? Why, of course. I wouldn't be a destined envoy from what destined envoy from the Terra dimension couldn't talk?
Oh, so you're from another dimension. How'd you get here?
Well, it's a great story. A story fit for one of great destiny, such as myself. You may call me the Lion of Amber. I am destined to be one of the greatest kings to ever rule the world, to rule the dimension of Terra. And I believe if you have found me, you will play some part in that destiny. He's like, you see, I'm on an important mission. me and my other fellow cats from other dimensions, there's 5 more of us out there. We are looking. My brethren and I are looking to deliver. We are envoys looking to deliver the savior to the balanced dimension.
Oh, really? Huh. Well, can I help you with that? That sounds kind of fun.
He's like, of course, boy. Well, he kind of like pops down and is immediately just like, you see, in order to do that, we need some heroic, some energy generated when you humans partake in your battles, and it's like, so for that, we need to find some humans we can trust, and it's like, seeming that you are a human, and also as he gets closer to you, you kind of feel like the smell of kind of like sort of like kind of like the smell of almost kind of like very kind of like sand, sort of like he's very kind of like got dirt and stuff, dirt and soil covered him, and but he still smells like almost like a bouquet of roses. And he comes around and he just is like, it's like, you being one who found me. It was no coincidence that you found me on this beach. It was destiny that led you here.
Destiny. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm part of a destiny.
Of course, you're part of my great destiny.
That's great. I'm part of your destiny. That's awesome.
All right.
So, how do we start this quest?
He's like, well, first things first, we could probably try and find the other cats. Hopefully they have found humans, though. I guarantee if they haven't found me, they're nowhere near as good as you.
Oh, you're too kind. You're great. You're really great, Amber.
Yeah. And as you speak, it's like, hold on. I think I see enemy automatons approaching. As you turn around, you see the Secura droids walking down the stairs towards the beach, and they're just like, "Stop, citizen! That creature is a wild animal and could be dangerous. Step away and let us handle the situation."
No.
The Secura droids are just like, "Please, citizen, do not interfere with our work. Step away. Step away, so we can deal with the animal, so we can contain it."
Contain it, huh? So you're gonna like what? Like put him in a cat shelter or something?
He's like, he's just like protocol, like protocol is that we will take it to an undisclosed location for analysis, and we place it in the appropriate shelter or wildlife reserve.
No, I've heard bad things about those. He like gets into like a fighting stance.
It's like, of course, I see, boy. Well, don't worry. It's like, he's like, citizen, do not engage. If you meet us with aggression, you will be arrested and prosecuted.
Can I use my martial arts?
Yeah.
All right, I'll roll.
Yep. Which?
I love how quickly this has escalated.
Oh, let's see. 2. Okay, 6, and then I got a +3, so that's a 9.
All right. So I will say you immediately come. I'll describe. I'll let you describe how you want to this first droid that kind of approaches you. That kind of approaches you. What moves do you use on it?
All right, so he basically uses Kaido. So like a lot of it's just like maneuverability, like evasion, kind of like grappling, using kicks. So basically, I would say like as the Secura droid comes towards him, like tries to reach a hand out for him, he's like out of the way, and then there's like a slight kick in the back of the head, like kind of, I don't know if you like not like fully knocking him to the ground, but definitely like making him stumble like backwards.
Immediately, as you do that, you immediately see like the other Secura droid like rush forward and grab a hold of Amber, and like is like, we need backup. Perpetrator has gotten aggressive, and you see like little like their heads open up as little sirens pop up.
All right then. He like takes the towel off his head, off his neck, and wipes his brow, and is like, "Let's do this."
Amber looks and says, "Don't worry, I have a distress signal. I can call in our brethren." As the amber thing starts to, the amber jewel around him starts to light up. So meanwhile, back at the academy, a very similar situation is happening. Dr. Rockwell, you are approached by a pair of Secura droids, and they're just like, "Step away, citizen. It appears there are some wild animals on campus. Just step away, and we will deal with the situation."
Stand down. It's all right. They don't appear hostile. Mentally, I'm just kind of, it's like, I cannot believe Hinasov lets these things out the door. They are so buggy at the best of times.
They're like, they look like, sorry, citizen, but we have identified these as wild animals. They could be aggressive, and they could be carrying diseases. We must take them off campus immediately.
Explain your reasoning.
they're both just like, we don't. It's like these robots are kind of like, citizen, you need to. It's like citizen, you need to step aside, otherwise you'll be considered interfering with the law.
Okay, here's a thought. Do you think Rockwell would have helped to develop these things?
I mean, perhaps. That's up to you, honestly.
That would explain how he's teaching the Hinasoft-sponsored robotics course at Eden.
Yeah.
Screw it, I'm going to improv this. Authority override authorization Rockwell.
Give me a robotics check, or is that your special?
Yes, it is. See how this goes. Okay. It's a 14.
You immediately just you see them, and they're just like, override accepted.
Oh, good. They still haven't patched that. One day they're going to find out, but not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had to deal with a secure droid in 5 years. Anyway.
The kind of like the tiger goes by and says, "I don't just like this, like the look of it thing. We just got a distress signal from four of the other from the other cats."
There's 4 of you?
It's like, well, it's like, yeah. Sorry, I haven't been. There's not enough time to explain it all, but there is. There's like, there's 4. It's like there's 6 of us in total, and we're trying to, and we're envoys in the dimension. We're trying to bring the Messiah here. We need to create a safe passage for them, and
right.
we need the help of humans, and so we've all split up, and we're all looking for each other. We're all looking for suitable humans. And you just see around boy, like, did anybody even like take notice that, like, hey, there are robots over there, and like,
I have been so enraptured in making new friends with Emerald. I do not care what is going on beyond 3 feet from me.
You see just full on, yeah, like Emerald is full on just like zooming through and just like grab, like almost like playing a game of fetch, like a mouse toy, like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's like I think this human works. Yeah, she's really nice. But it's like, well, it's like the tiger looks and says, "Well, I hate to drag you into this, but good humans are hard to come by. So we were hoping you could would you mind accompanying us? Seems the rest of the cats, the rest of the cats are in trouble.
Cats in trouble? Yes, we can help.
I look over, see Natalie engaged in something for the first time in my career, and I'm just I'm in.
Very well. They've sent out a distress signal. Let's it seems all four of them are just like are at like the Emerald's just like, don't worry, let me lead the way. And she just kind of starts zooming. She starts spinning around as suddenly both the tiger's just like, hold on. It's like, hold on to your mouths as you guys start to you feel your feet sort of lift off the ground. And the cheetah zooms around and carries you in like a little traveling tornado.
Sure, that seems safe.
You are kind of spinning and tumbling around. So meanwhile, back at the beach, things have gotten a lot more out of hand when it comes to your situation. I'll go ahead and give you one of the martial arts roles, Kaylin, because suddenly like more Securidoids have like just started showing up, and they're all like, some are like over on top of like the sidewalk and are like shooting lasers down from the
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Well,
3. So 6.
yeah.
I'd say like maybe at this time he's getting a little tired. Like he's kind of taking on like a couple beams are coming at him. He's getting a little. He's like focusing on dodging the lasers, but he's worried about like security droids coming here and there.
Yeah, I'd say you're able to like knock a few to the side, but then you are kind of hit by a laser, and you're just kind of you sort of fall on the ground, and it's like, unhand me, you can't. You're watching as like Amber is just like, unhand me, you can't lay your hands on a king like this, and that's when you see from the distance, you see a tornado rolling in, a green tornado rolling in as go ahead, and suddenly the other two cats, Natalie, Emerald Tiger, Natalie, and Dr. Rockwell, all involved there. I imagine Rockwell is fully like really dizzy.
Yep, this is not how I saw my Friday evening going.
Yep. And as you come and look, you see there is an army of Securidoids attacking yet another, like a lion cub, and as well as a kid. Like Rockwell I think he might be one of your former students.
Is that Kaylin?
You see Kaylin kind of get to his feet. Oh, Rockwell, how's it going? That really hurt.
I feel I should be asking you that. What are you doing?
I'm protecting this flying cub over here.
The Securidoids walk up. I'll say the Securidoids up on the sidewalk area. They're like, citizen, you must clear the area. There is a crime in pursuit. They got and look down. Identified. Citizens, you must hand over those. You must step away. We must get those wild animals.
Hey, these aren't wild animals. These are my new friends.
They are classified as wild animals. They are not for domestic ownership. Step away now, or you will be considered violating. You will be considered or you will be considered obstructing justice.
Oh, you guys got cats too? Don't worry, I'm gonna help defend them.
Yes.
Okay.
Seeing the droids approaching, Natalie is going to just like get to her feet and power up her deck device. Come and try me.
Oh, okay. I suppose that is an option.
The Secura droids immediately just hold out its hand and just it's suddenly like a little EMP wave just fires off as your deck device suddenly powers down.
What? Huh? What? Oh, this is why I hate the droids.
Finally, something we agree on.
Citizen, this is your last. This is your last warning. Step away from the wild animals and clear the area.
This is an obscene escalation of force against against one person.
It's like negative. Negative. The suspect in question and attacked us immediately.
Yeah, he's just going to
Yeah,
swat.
that actually
at
sounds
droids
about
and
right.
Kaylin's like, yeah, I did that, but they kind of deserved it.
Just so many life choices being rethought. It's like, okay. Suppose we do stand down. What do you intend to do?
They're just like, we will take these we will take these wild animals, bring them to the station for examination, and place them in the appropriate animal shelters or conservatories.
Okay. Oh, why? I blame myself. I
The
programmed
tiger just looks and he says, "Don't." It says, "Don't let their lies fool you. They're here to stop us."
And he just continues.
Do I believe the machines that I've worked on, probably for decades, or do I believe a random talking cat? And I think anyone who's
Cat.
ever worked on anything would choose the cat immediately because you can never trust your own projects.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie, go ahead and give me a courage check while you're.
Yeah. Am I good at that? Let's find out.
Yeah, you tell me.
Oh, that's like I'm great at that.
Oh. Well, that explains some things.
That's a 9.
All right. So I'd say you are kind of fully so you are kind of like you watch the secure droids kind of back starts to kind of almost back away, and like Emerald comes and like zooms across and like sort of just confuses their programming, and like you see but a few of them just like, we need more backup. more hostiles have entered the field. As some of the secure droids are focusing on you, and a couple of them are putting out their hands and pointing laser cannons at you.
Oh, question. So can I use my playbook ability supporting each other? If you take an action to protect or stand up for a friend, you gain a +2 to a courage roll.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so like the moment that Kaylin sees Natalie in trouble, he'll be like, "Oh shoot, Nat!" and like immediately just kind of like runs towards to try and protect her from the secure droids.
All right. Go ahead. Yeah, give me that courage roll.
All right. 10 plus 3.
Nice.
13.
All right. So yeah, you immediately, I'd say, you kind of jump up and you grab those and you just kind of do like a big kick across those two against the two ones that have their lasers and just fully knock them down.
You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Believe so. I might be hallucinating.
Nah, this is real.
That's what I was
It's
afraid
so fun,
of.
though. Don't
That's
worry,
certainly
I'll
a
keep you guys
word.
safe.
A word that could be used for a scenario like this one.
You see the the tigers like kind of like spitting little bits of fire at them, trying to get them away, but then like more secure droids just keep seeing them coming. It's like, what are we gonna do? They keep on just coming from all over the place. How are we going to they seem to never end.
I don't know. I've never seen him this focused before. Hell, I've never seen this many in one place before. Short of, the assembly line.
Listen, guys, you can take the cats and get out of here. I'll hold them off.
I mean, this is the closest thing to a plan we got.
He's just like, what? No, boy, you can't. We need to be staying. We need to be staying by our side this whole time. You see, as you see, like the amber lion just roaring from like just kind of struggling out and like kind of squeeze his way out of the grasp of the other robot of the security droid and runs over to you and it's like, we need to stick together.
I don't know what we can do. They just keep on coming. I keep knocking them down, but 10 more take their place. If you don't keep this up, I'm gonna get tired.
Rockwell is very much out of his depth at the moment.
Yeah, Italy is just doing her best to protect the cats.
Yeah, the cats suddenly their jewels kind of all light up, and like the amber looks down and says, "They must be. It's another distress. It's another distress signal."
Oh, joy.
It seems the other three. It seems we found the other three cats. Perhaps if we can come to them, all six of us can hold these robots off.
Huh, that sounds like a plan. Not really
Okay, why
retreating,
not?
but just going to better ground. I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
Best
All right.
choice we got so far.
I'll need the three of you to go ahead. You guys can go ahead and make me your choices of. I'll let you pick between courage and style for your daring escapes.
That's gonna have to be courage for me.
Indeed.
Could I use my special skill again to kind of like knock some guys out of the way and create an opening?
Yeah. I'd say that.
All right. Oh, 10 again. 13.
All right.
Thanks.
Courage from me is going to be 11.
Okay.
See what we got. Okay. Well,
So, here's what I will say. You guys, you pick up the cats. The wind one is able to kind of, Emerald's kind of started able to spin around and like kick up, and the earth one kind of like or the amber like knocks some air into the dust that kind of gets blown into the secure droids, and the amber and the pyro sort of like puts shoots some fire that helps block it, and you're able to kind of make a big kind of escape. As you all kind of head, they lead you towards towards where the supposed signal was, and that brings you to this this kind of serene, quiet, peaceful place known as the Shrine of Balance. It's up a set of stairs. It's it's a lot more it's a lot less techno than the rest of the city. And as the place is kind of all it's very serene. There's like a little playground off the side of some with some mulch. There's just a nice little shrine to a hero called Balance, and it's just you got a very like there's some like just kind of lamps floating, some oil lamps, and there's a lot of just kind of. There's not a lot of flowers at the time just because it's cold, but like there, it is a very quiet, nice, serene place and some benches to sit down on and things like that. As you get, you have seemingly all kind of, have all kind of lost the Secura droids as you all get there, and you don't really see any sign of them. And
putting that in my report to Hinosoft. What in the world?
It's like the you see like the tiger's kind of standing tall by like the edge of the stairs as well. On like, I don't like this. They should still be behind us. And Emerald is just full on like nah, come on. They are like we did it. We escaped them, right, Natalie?
Yeah, we just gotta run.
Yeah, and they kind of it's like, and Amber is full and is like, oh, don't worry. We'll be able to take on whatever comes our way as soon as we find the others.
Right. About that. How?
Well, they should be here. This is where their distress signal was.
Okay. Looking around. I don't know if I personally would see anything.
Go ahead, you can give me a smarts check.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. So that's +2. D6 +2. All right, it's a 10.
So there seems to be almost, as you look around, there seems to be some telltale signs that they might have been here. A few like like wet puddles shaped like paw prints. Some maybe a bit of little shadowy smoke paw prints and so, or like some emitting light ones lay around here. But they don't seem to be here now. But what you do notice is suddenly something comes towards all of you guys. Not a secure droid, but a more smaller consumer grade model called the Secura drone. This kind of floating floating like orb with little rockets on the end, just coming down a big screen on the front. You see a screen kind of pop up and it just be like, it seems it's like a moth to the flame. You've all gone right where I wanted you to be. He looks at it.
Should I know you?
Oh, I was like, oh, you should, but I think it'd be better if we all. It's like if we all sort of met in person. I'll tell you, I have the other 3 cats, and it's like, and I have as well as one unlucky human that was with them. If you want to see those cats again, you'll want to meet me down at the place where all the greatest moments happen at the Halcyon Dome. Bring the cats with you, and if you bring the cats with you, and don't bother trying to bring the Secura droids. They're getting together in on it. They would never turn against their master.
I am so lost. We're at the hands of a lunatic.
All right, we'll take them on. You guys are all right with that.
It seems that way, yeah.
Okay.
Not much of any other option.
Yep. So, as you guys head back to the, you head to the Halcyon Dome, this big, wide open stadium at the shores of the beach. You'll find, the sun is setting, putting a bit of an orange glow around the sea, and you approach the area, and there are these. You see, there's a lot of Secura droids kind of just surrounding the area.
Oh, good.
They usher you in. You approach the door, it opens up. Suddenly, like as you step inside, the floor starts to move and brings you down a long hallway. And at the end, you find yourselves in usually the stadium that would be considered, the battlefield of Eden Stadium. But but most of the lights are off. Kind of, you're surrounded by you're surrounded by all these bleachers, but they're coated in darkness. They're shrouded in darkness, and the only lights are on like the actual battlefield, which is like this big kind of almost boxing ring with covered in 21 by 16 white glowing white tiles. Stepping out of the darkness is this tall middle-aged man. He's got kind of coiffed red hair with black head highlights, fair skin that has really strong wrinkles and these kind of piercing yellow eyes. Very much gives you he's the way he looks, I'd say he's something, a person who would maybe claim that he's something of a scientist himself. And from the neck down, he's wearing like this pearly white cybernetic suit that has all these like lines of RGB lights running through it. He looks down and says, "Welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Victor Vile, the CEO of Securitech and the creator of the Securijoids."
Ah, I see. You look different than you did 20 years ago. I'll give you that.
Yes, a lot of that's what innovation does to you. But
is his name actually Victor Vile, or is that just his? You see, just Kalen just like looking at.
Yeah, how did no one see this coming?
He looks, says, well, it's like he looks, he says, well, I've invited you all here because I've grown tired of the business world, and I've got greater ambitions of all that. Doing business in Halcyon is so boring, especially since most of the fame, fortune, and attention is on those Henosoft hacks. They're nothing more than, like me, I'm nothing more than a subsidiary. Even though the inventions were my ideas, and I should get all the glory and credit for them. So I've decided to do something that no one will ever be able to forget my greatness and accomplishments. To take over all and rule all of the dimensions.
Well, that's certainly ambitious.
I felt bad for you for a second there until you said, taking over all the dimensions.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit bad. Not a great look.
He's just like, well, wait till you see my the fruits of my labor. He kind of like hits these buttons, and he's like, allow me to introduce my latest and greatest invention, the Secura ship. As the lights shine up, you see this giant kind of this like coming down on these wires on like a platform coming down. There's like this sort of like this sort of almost like spider-like mech that has at the end of its legs has these little clear translucent, actually 7 translucent spheres sticking out of the side. Inside 3 of the spheres, you can see the remaining cats. There's a blue cat that's like this kind of that represents the Priome Nailrus, which is a water cat, with kind of an angelite necklace that's sitting in the middle. It's kind of just sits there meditating. There's a shadowy panther with a black pearl necklace as it's kind of cowering in the corner, and you see a golden sphinx with it's got like a sphinx necklace. It shoots off like a little like yellow laser, but then the beams just start bouncing all around. Pew, 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 pew. Zeke is like, you see, this magnificent device is a deck device, is an interdimensional transporter, a deck device, and a playable hero all in one. Because that's the key to ruling all the dimensions is card heroes. This game allows, it's like, It allows us meekly humans to tap into unseen powers. And it's like, and with this machine, I'll have access to not just one hero, but up to 7 of the greatest creatures from all these dimensions. And it's like, and I've already tested it out. Allow me to show you. It's like, allow me to show you the fruits. Like the first person who tried to get in my way, as he like presses a button, like he presses a button, like up on like the big kind of like screen up on the score arm. You see like this shadowy place. This shadowy place with like a single kind of narrow rock path. Kaylin, you recognize as you see Zeke wandering through the area, looking scared, looking horrified, as he just doesn't know where he is. And he says, "What? Where am I? Hello? Is anyone out there? Hello?"
Zeke! Let him go. Let them all go.
He's like, but it's like he kind of says like, "Oh, but I can't do that. He would just." He already messed with me, and he is getting in my, he's getting in my way. But maybe you 3 won't be making the same stupid mistake he did. He's just like, let's just say I know that I know about this Messiah these 6 cats are seeking out, and if I have and I've got a spot reserved for that Messiah. If I have both all these cats and that supposed Messiah, inside that machine, I'd be a man-made god. And you, if you help me, if you scratch my back, I can scratch all of yours. If you hand over those cats and help me capture this Messiah, I can assure you, I will grant any wish you desire. Money, fame, glory, body modifications. All of it will be trivial to what I'll become. So, what do you? Victor holds out his hand and says, "What do you say? Would you like to sit at the right hands of a god?"
I want to run and jump at him and try to scratch at his face.
I'm gonna try and jump and kick him in the face.
Okay. Well, I thought we were just doing one-liners. Damn.
Go ahead. Make those rolls.
You got it.
You got it.
I assume that's definitely courage.
Yeah.
What else would it
Doing
be?
my martial arts.
No.
5
Uh-oh.
plus 3, 6, 8.
I got a 5. Can I? Okay, hold up. Can I swing this as because this man is clearly has like more going on, and I am just trying to just jump and swat at him? Can I qualify that as my move, Tempting Fate, to challenge someone to a battle or something they appear far more skilled at than you? Gain 1 style and 1 courage token.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I will use that courage token I gained to re-roll. To 10.
I'll say you'll have to. You have to. You can. It's not a full reroll. It's just you can add the point to it.
That's still a fail either way. All right, I'll take the tokens, but not spend them then.
Yep. So as you kind of like, he immediately like so I'd say, Kaylin, you reach up to him first, and you kind of you throw your fist at him, and you kind of like sort of punch him in the face as now you see Natalie coming further, and then he just presses this button on his wrist, and suddenly the Secura ship comes forward and just kind of, you see, knocks Natalie back. And he's just like, and he looks, he says, perhaps, and as you're kind of distracted, he kind of leaps back, runs back and hops into the Secura ship. He kind of comes and he just sort of cuts inside. It's like, now. I offered you friendship, and you spat in my face. It's like, surely, Doctor. It's like, Dr. Rockwell, don't you see? Like, you must see the genius as a scientist yourself. Don't you see the genius of what I can do? The amount of potential.
I'll admit you're playing with fires far hotter than I've ever tempted, but endangering students is not the way to go about it, Vile. I will have your head for this. Metaphorically, of course.
Oh, so he's like, well, then perhaps we can be a bit more civilized about this. As he like reaches in and he pulls out a deck of Card Heroes cards and places it into a slot on the inside the Secura ship, and says, you see, like I said, this ship has it all. The capabilities to become one of the greatest heroes in the game, using all of their powers. Well, it's like, if you guys call you, it's like perhaps this is the true way we can measure our greatness.
Maybe so.
As suddenly Kaylin, Natalie, and Dr. Rockwell, you're approached by the cats you brought here. He goes like, you see Amber look up to you, Kaylin, and go, boy, this is not going to be like this. Right here is our destiny, our great battle. If he holds out his paw, and if we're going to do this, we're going to do this together.
Yeah. It's time I get back in the game.
You take his paw as there and as the tiger comes up to you, Dr. Rockwell, and says, let me understand something. Why are you helping us so much? You just met us.
I wonder that myself. But I know, as a teacher, my job is to do two things, and that is to educate and that is to protect. I don't know what he's doing, but putting these two, and to a further extent him, I gesture at Zeke, and I assume whatever kind of captivity he's
on the
in.
screen, yeah.
That goes against everything that I stand for. And I will not stand here and allow it to happen.
Very well. You seem to need a little. It's like he's just like, you might need a little bit of help. I don't like, you don't strike me as well versed as these two as these two. So
would be correct. Yes.
He's like, he kind of offers up his paw. Let me do what I can.
Accepted.
Yeah. And Emerald just looks and says, Natalie, you're amazing. You're amazing. You know, the fact that all other humans, they're all so hard to approach and so weird, and they don't understand what I'm saying, but like you have cat ears, and like you seem to understand everything, all the things I like. I couldn't have asked for a better human to be my escort. It's like if you, and he feels over your paw, it's like, do you want to join forces?
Yes.
As you touch their paws, their jewels start to light up, and they start to dissipate into these little, these two like little sparkles of their elements of of fire, earth, and wind, and they those things come onto your deck devices. You see them kind of pop. You see them kind of pop up on the screens, and these red buttons start flashing. These are the buttons that you usually press when you're about to begin a battle.
Before we start the battle, I have a skill that allows me to do an inspirational speech and give everyone one token. So I'll do a quick speech. So Caitlin will be like, all right, gang, we were brought here by destiny, but more important than that, our desire to save these cats and my best friend. this Victor Vile, pretty bad name, by the way. Really wish he thought of something a little bit more creative. But
Yeah, he
gonna
has to
take him
have chosen that
down.
himself.
we're gonna take him down, and we're gonna save these cats. We're gonna save my best friend as a team. So let's do this.
As you press the button, suddenly your bodies begin to kind of transform. Kaylin, you feel your muscles grow a lot stronger, and as some thin fur grows over it. You stand on your hind legs and you feel like a mane start to kind of grow out of you. There's kind of a harness that forms around your chest, and a big shield forms on your back, like a la Captain America. You are now known as the Lion Hunter. The
Lion Hunter, ready to fight.
Natalie, you see a swirl of wind flows around you with little petals blowing in the air. A fresh breeze, a fresh breeze that smells of a meadow. And enters your scent. You kind of get on all fours as you start to your hair starts to kind of grow over your whole body, and little black spots pop up all over the place. You've now become the Swift Cheetah. And Dr. Rockwell, fire emanates all around you. Yet again, like some red fur grows around you with some black stripes on your back. And the fur almost seems to kind of like ignite itself. The fur seems to be made of fire itself, as it is kind of like little bits of smoke and little crackles coming off of it. You are known as the Burning Bengal.
All right.
All right. And before the battle begins, I'd say let's go ahead and let's take ourselves our 10-minute break. And when it comes back, we will begin the battle, and I'll explain the rules of Card Heroes.
All right.
All right. Cool. So we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. And now that they're really getting into it, let's see if we can get these donations to help them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
See you in a few. And we are back, and we are battling.
Yep. Dan, if you could zoom
Yeah, I
out a little
see that.
bit.
I need to zoom out a scoosh.
I'd say 60 should be good.
Oop, that's not zooming. That's just scrolling. And
All right.
let's see. Maybe I will hide this guy.
Yeah, if you had
There we
that,
go.
perfect.
Perfect.
Now
All right. There we
scroll
go.
this a little bit, and bada bing.
Excellent.
Yep. So yeah, as you can see, this is the battlefield that welcome back, everybody. The card heroes. We're about to have we're about to showcase the combat of this. So how it kind of works is this, you've got kind of a 21 by 16 tile layout here. Each player starts off in their own kind of corners with a 3 by 3 tile radius of their specific element around them. And yeah, we have these different phases. Each basically, like, in stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic, during a player's turn, they'll go through like draw phase, standby phase, main phase, battle phase, all that. With this one, we have a specific. Everyone kind of takes the phases at once. So everyone takes their start phase at once. Everyone takes their prep phase at once. Everyone takes the declaration phase at once. The order people do that is determined by their element. So there's 7 elements. There's null, which is normal, gale, wind. So shine, shade, wave, fire, and terra. Those are the elements, and that's the order they go in. So the Secura ship here, which, by the way, I also do want to go ahead and give credit to on Roll20, Gabriel Picard, Transportation Sensations Spaceships 2. That is where I got this sprite from. It's what I bought, and these pictures are all from Britannica.com of the cats in here. Anyways, so we start off with the start phase. During this phase, players draw up to all players draw up to 5 cards, and then we immediately move on. We would move on to the prep phase 1. Prep phase is when people can activate some of their special abilities. They can use their, they can play power cards. They can use items. It's when you're preparing yourself for the battle. So, to start things off, Victor Vile, he looks and says, "You've never seen a hero like this one. I battled against your friend Zeke when it was like at less power, and he stood no chance." And he pressed button. I'll start off with my first special ability, Power Shift. During the start phase, I can change the element of this this hero to one of my choice, and I get while I do that, I get all of those all those heroes' special abilities and attacks. I think I'll start by making myself a shade hero. As suddenly, like the you see like the sphere that the panther is inside starts to kind of light up as the panther just kind of like their jewel kind of lights up and is like feeding energy through into the machine. And that to indicate his element. Go ahead and put I'll indicate his purple. So he will take his turn on where normally would be the shade. So the secure ship. So to put it in the right order, right now the secure ship is considered a shade hero. But the first one to take their main phase is the Gale element, which means Natalie, Swift Cheetah, you are up first on your you're up first on your you're up first for your prep phase. And during the prep phase, again, you can play these power cards. They're represented, you'll see them for, but we've got these kind of blue cards to be power cards. They can be played during the prep phase. And there's red cards called counter cards, which can be played at any time, just as long as you activate the specific triggers for them.
All right. And with all of that buildup, I hate to be anticlimactic. I have nothing for this prep phase. I will immediately be passing.
Oh.
Victor
It's a
says,
fun starting hand I just got.
Oh dear.
as a reminder to also everyone, if by prep phase 2, if you do not end up not playing any of your power cards or counter cards, you're allowed to pitch 2 cards from your hand, and then during the next start phase, you always draw up to 5.
Okay.
So
you can just outright discard if you need.
Yep.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep. Victor kind of smiles. He says, well, so much for this. You are acting all high and mighty, and yet you simply just pass on your first turn. It's like, well, I'll guarantee you I won't be making that same mistake. I activate the continuous power card called Limit Break. And I'm going to make that bigger so the audience can see for a little bit. So, Limit Break. While this card's up on the field, all dice in attack effects get upgraded. So, all D4s become D6s, all D6s become D8s, all D8s become D10s, all D10s become D12s, and all D12s become D20s. So, he's like, this card, my effect, and I'll go ahead and I'll place this in the power and counter card zone, just so we know it's here. And
Hold on. What do you mean all players must pay 5 energy?
That's right. You see, normally at the end of this, at the end of turns, people regain 5 energy. However, thanks to this card benefiting all of us have to pay the price. So,
okay.
With that, I'll end my turn. And that moves. I believe that moves us on to Dr. Rockwell.
Unfortunately, it does. Okay.
I will say also, as a special note, one more thing I forgot to mention. When Victor Vile changes his element, he automatically creates a 3x. He automatically creates a 3x3 tiles in a 3x3 tile radius around his hero. So he is also forgot.
This thing doesn't even fit in a 3x3.
So yep.
Okay.
So now he's got some shade tiles around him.
Coming out swinging.
Of course. Would you expect nothing less from a god?
I think God is being generous. I think you may need some serious therapy, man. There are healthier ways. Anyway, I'm going to discard 1 and fire off a meteor missiles because I know what I'm about.
All right. So yeah, with meteor missiles being meteor missiles. So you send it to the discard pile and you play that card. So meteor missiles. Discarding a number of cards from your hand. The total number of cards. You can target any tiles on the field up to the number of cards discarded, and each space becomes 3x3 in blaze tiles. And any creature standing in the radius takes 1d6, or rather 1d8 of blaze damage. So where would you like to target the?
Just dead center. Nuke it from orbit.
Right here.
Yep.
Do you want to have it cover the entire all of his blaze tiles?
Sorry.
Do you want to? All his shade tiles.
Yes, I would like that.
Okay, so go ahead and just put this into the discard pile. When a card is used, that card also costs 3 energy per card discarded, so that will cost you 3 energy. So your energy goes from 40 to 37.
Excellent.
All right, and let me just go ahead and go to maps. Take this and cover
with
that up.
And with that, I will end my turn.
Also, go ahead, roll a d8 for damage.
Right. All right. 1d8. Okay, that's better than last time. 5.
All right. So you deal 5 points of damage of blaze damage, bringing
Let's
him
see
down.
how little this moves the bar. Oh,
Bringing him down. You see, well, I'll say cards on the table. You will. I will let everyone. Everyone should know their all their HP and EP. So his EP is at 80, and his HP is at 70.
He can bleed.
So that takes him down by 5. As the mirror comes down and launches at his machine. Just one lucky move. That's all.
It's the first move of the game.
All right. We now move on to Kaylin and your lion hunter.
All right. So I'll activate my mud bath.
All right.
What this card does is target one spot on the field. All spaces within a 3x3 tile radius become terror tiles. As long as this card remains on the field, whenever a creature takes a defensive stance while standing on a terror tile, they gain an additional 5 SP shield points. So I'll put it right up here in the center.
Okay. So just kind of expanding the what you got right there.
Yep.
All right.
And let's see what else I got. Okay, and I will finish things up by placing a mine. So choose one spot within 10 tiles. Place a mine on the spot. When a creature walks within 3 spaces of the mine, it will explode within a 5x5 tile range, dealing 3d6. Well, it might be 3d10 of terror damage to any creature in range.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll.
Did you say 10 squares? This thing has a huge range.
Yeah. So I'll put it like right next to the ship right here.
All right. So if he moves at all,
boom. And that cost me. Here, I'll take this out of my thing here. It cost me 5 energy.
5 energy. All right. That brings you from 30 energy to 25.
All right, and then I'll end my turn.
All right. With that, we move on to the declaration phase. This is when you'll be declaring whether you'll be attacking, defending, or maybe doing something else that like you've got a special ability for. No matter what you choose during the combat phase, which will be up next, you'll be able to move up to and each hero card has a specified speed. So if you decide you're going to attack, you're allowed to use one of your attacks. If you decide to defend, you can attack, but you gain SP, which is shield points. Basically, if you get hit by an attack, those shield points will take the damage first. And normally, when you get hit by attacks, like when your HP takes damage from an attack, half of the HP you take comes out of your energy as well. But the shield points, when shields are attacked, the energy is not affected. So to start off, going in the same order. Natalie, will you be attacking or defending?
I will be defending for now.
All right. That leaves, how much is your SP?
My SP is 6.
All right, so you get 6 shield points.
Nice.
And moving on, Victor looks and says, "I'll be attacking."
Understandable.
And what about you, Dr. Rockwell? Will you be attacking?
I will also be defending for 5 SP.
All right. And Kalen, will you be attacking or defending?
I will be defending. So my base is 7, but combined with my mud bath, I'll get an extra 5.
So 12 SP.
Mm-hmm.
He looks and he just says full on like a bunch of he's like, why, a bunch of cowards. Like all hiding while I like waiting for my greatness to come. He looks, he says, so I will go ahead and I will attack with let's see. I will go ahead and I'll use my attack known as Shadow. My attack known as Shadow Sphere. With and he looks to you, Kayla, and he says, "I'll be sending it your way." With it, like, but you see, doing that activates my special ability. So first, he will activate his special. No. First, the attack itself has an energy cost. So he'll be paying 10 energy for that.
Okay.
And then the special ability allows him to roll a what would normally be a D6, but now instead is a D8. Okay, I should check and make sure that you're in. Yep, you're in up squares. And the damage right now, the damage would normally be a 2d10s plus his power bonus, which is 3. However, he rolls these d8s, and if he has to keep rolling until he keeps rolling until he rolls a 1 through 3. Everything else he rolls, he gets to add a 1d8, or rather a 1d10 to the damage roll. So,
question: is it an AOE or a single target?
It is an AOE attack.
Okay.
Yes.
Never mind.
Because you pick a token, but remember, if the card says when you are targeted, if you're in an area effect, everyone in that area effect is counted as being a target.
Oh,
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
No.
So, at this point, I will also say the attack has been declared. So, does anyone have any counter cards or anything that they'd like to activate?
No.
All right. So with that, let's start rolling those d8s. All right, that's that first one's a 6. So that adds in one more d10. That's a 4. That adds in another d10. That right there is a 3. So he'll be adding in 2 d10s, which means this attack will be doing 4 d10s plus 3 of shade damage.
Jesus.
As the shadow sphere grows, and he fires it off towards Kalen.
All right.
And with that, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and I'll roll the damage here and roll 20. Whoops. 4d10, and we'll be adding 3 to this. Oh boy. So that'll be a total of 32 points of shade damage.
Sure, that's fine.
Use that shield.
Yep. So the 12 will knock out those 3. Well, the 12 will go ahead and knock out 12 of that. So it'll be down to just you'll only be taking 20.
All right.
Only.
Yeah. So like Kayla takes like this shadow ball basically to the face and just like
bringing you down to 18 and half of that comes, and 10 comes out of your energy, bringing you down to only 15 energy.
Okay.
And he looks and says, like, perhaps I should. It's like, perhaps I should. I know you've got your little tricks, so I'll humor you and let you use your silly little mind. As he walks, his speed is Victor Vile's speed is 5 tiles. So
Okay.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving in closer. I'll let that mine goes off.
5 by 5.
All right.
And that's
Go
terror
ahead.
damage.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll that damage.
All right. Oh, would it be enhanced as well due to the?
Yes. It is enhanced due to limit break. So
3d8s.
Does it say 3d8s on the card or?
On the card it says 3d6.
Yep. So that'd be 3d8s.
All right.
No.
9 points of damage.
He just kind of yawns. As you can see, the power you've mustered is nothing compared to my own. And he'll go ahead.
Not looking good, guys. We got to keep on fighting, though. Got to save those cats and Zeke.
All right. So the rest of you guys are not able to attack. However, I also apologize. Cheetah, you actually should have gone first, but I'll let you go now. So, Natalie, you can move. You guys can move your movement speed. So, where would you like to move to?
Okay. I am going to move. My movement speed is 8.
So
we're
8
going
tiles.
to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. All right. Dr. Rockwell.
I'm going to move just the 1 for now.
All right. And Kaylin, what would you be moving?
I'm just gonna move 1 back here.
All right. And with that, we go on to the prep phase 2. Are there any cards people would like to play during prep phase 2?
Play that.
I'm good.
I'll wait for that one. And that one. Okay, nothing immediately helpful.
Okay. I will say that at this point, especially you, Rose, you, Natalie, you still have all 5 cards in your hand. So if you'd like, you can pitch 2 to draw. You can pitch 2 to draw some during the next start phase.
Which I will be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I will discard. Let's see. Yeah, I'll discard this and this. And that will be the end of my turn.
All right. An upgrade card and a barrier shield, it looks like.
It's okay. I don't need them.
Okay.
All right. With that, we go to the end phase. Usually a lot of effects triggered. Normally, during every end phase, you guys gain 5 energy, and you technically still do. Strictly to still, but thanks to limit break, that 5 energy immediately goes right back. And that also means there's a few things I see that need to happen. One, Dr. Rockwell.
Yes.
You, since when Blaze heroes are staying on Blaze tiles, they can get a D6. They can get a D6 back of health or energy. If you want, you can use that D6 to get back some of that energy.
I would like some of that energy back. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, roll me a D6.
Would limit break enhance that?
I think. Yeah, you know what? I'll say so. Yes. So that's a D8.
Oh,
6.
but same result anyway.
Yep. All right. So you cannot go above your max.
I cannot. No.
But that will still bring you back to full 40 energy.
All right. Love to see it.
All right. And Kaylin, with your Lion Hunter, would you like to pay the 3 energy maintenance cost to keep Mudbath on the field? It will not destroy those. It will not destroy the tiles, but it will take away the benefit of the extra 5 you get from defending.
I'll keep it going.
All right. So pay another 3. That brings you down to 12. All right. We head to the next. The next start phase. Everyone draws until they have 5. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't need 2 of those.
All right.
Mm.
Secure. So Victor will look and say, like, this is so easy. Your little friend was putting up a better fight than this. Let's see. How about next? I'll go ahead and I'll use my power shift ability yet again. Oh, all-encompassing token each player.
We get tokens.
Thank you for the donations.
Thank you.
We get tokens.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep. He looks and says, this time I'll choose to be the wave element. As suddenly the ship.
Oh no.
Yep. The ship turns blue.
Oh, I forgot to mention my special ability goes off during the end phase. If you have no SP, which I don't anymore, you can use your defense stance.
All right. So, and since you're on the Terra tile, you mean you get that 12 back.
Yep.
Very nice.
All right. So now that he is a wave hero, a whole he now summons forth a 3x3 a 3x3 of wave tiles around him. As some oceans just go, as yet again you see like where the Prionalius, the blue cat is. Suddenly she starts to kind of meow as her jewel lights up and is just kind of absorbed into the machine ahead. He's like, and I have a very with that he'll now go with the wave with the wave heroes. So. But first up is of course Swift Cheetah. So, do you have anything for your prep phase?
Oh boy, do I!
Oh no!
All right, so I am going to first of all play the continuous card, Windy Valley.
Ooh.
Okay.
So,
I'll make that.
And what does that do for the rest of us at home?
whoa, is big.
Yeah, I'm just doing that so people can read it. So
Understood. So I can target one spot on the field, and then all tiles that are 3x3 range of the target become Gale. At the start of combat phase, any creature standing on Gale gain +2 to their movement speed. It will cost me 4 energy every turn and will destroy at the end phase of the 3rd turn it is activated. That 3x3 I'm going to have centered on myself.
Yep.
all right.
I see where this is going.
Whoop. Where's the wind forms around it?
And then I am also going to play the card Action Surge.
Oh, a mighty powerful card. All right.
During combat phase this turn, my movement speed is doubled and I can perform an additional attack.
That is worth yep, and that costs you 10 energy.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't know if I want to keep pushing my luck.
I'd say do it.
You say do it?
Yeah.
All right. I am also going to activate Swiss Cheetah's level 2 ability Sprint. I can activate this effect during prep phase 1. Until end phase, speed is doubled again. All damage I take from melee attacks is doubled until the end phase. That will cost me 8 energy.
All right.
I believe that effect stacks, so I have now quadrupled my movement speed.
And you'll get
Sure.
+2 after that.
And +2.
Just all this wind rising over Swift Cheetahs.
All right. That will be it for my prep phase.
All right. Then
Okay.
it moves on to Victor's turn as he looks and says, looks like you're finally starting to play. It's just too bad that I have a special ability to shut it all down.
Oh no.
I activate my wave special ability, elemental armor. Once per turn, I can target any creature on the field, including myself, and declare one element. Until the end phase, I'm immune to that to the damage type of that element. And I choose Gale.
This is horseshit. He could just do this.
This will cost him 10 energy.
For the folks at home, Wave is weak to Gale.
It's like,
Bad cat noises.
well, would you look at that? It seems I've thrown a wrench in your plan already.
If I had a nickel for every time Rosie just got no. Just complete shutdown.
Oh, but don't worry. I'll be keeping more. I'll be keeping more for you because I'm playing I'm activating an equip card, Life Leech, and I'm going to equip it onto you, Dr. Rockwell.
Of course.
When it's equipped to you, you'll take an addition. The hero will take during the prep.
During each prep, right?
During each prep phase, you will take 3 points of null damage, and every prep phase, I will gain back 3 HP.
Oh, fantastic! Okay.
So, as this kind of white energy comes and connects the two of you. And with that, he will end his prep. He'll end his prep phase. Move on to we move on to Dr. Rockwell.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I have a handle on this. I'm going to once again dunk a meteor missiles in centered on this square.
Oh, okay. So I get that. So I'm just click around, but you said so right here.
Yes.
All right.
And now I had a plan for this. I don't want to do that just yet.
But of course, so how many cards did you pitch for that?
I pitched 1. So that'll be 3.
3 energy and whoops.
No, not quite.
37.
There we go.
And he will be taking a D8 of blaze damage, of course.
Of course. Where's my dice roller? Boop.
2.
Oh, come on. Okay.
We'll just come just put a little smoke spot on the
It's just a little singed.
Yeah, a little singe on the Sakura ship.
Come on. Anyway, I would also like to use or equip rather combat bracers.
All right.
Which doesn't currently cost me anything until the end phase, but that will allow me to attack twice during a combat phase.
Okay.
Which I believe Do I want to? No, I'm gonna save those two. Okay, that'll be my turn.
Okay. And last but not least, Kaylin, what do you got?
All right. So I will. I'll have to name it another mud bath.
All right.
Okay.
I'll put it up here.
Okay. Keeping those tiles coming.
Yep. And for in my turn, I'll activate the card Royal Road. What this card does, what disadvantage to Terra is that I don't really have that good movement. But while this card is equipped, while a Terra heroes are standing on Terra tiles, their movement speed isn't reduced. While this card is up on the field, Terra tiles cannot move onto any tiles except Terra tiles. So by doing so, I'm able to have more movement once I get to move.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
With that,
Yeah.
we go to our we go to declaration phase. Natalie, you're up first. Will you be attacking or defending?
I will be attacking.
What? He got evicted by like, are you stupid? Do you not know how to read the rules? I'm immune to all your attacks.
I'm attacking.
Very
She's
well.
attacking.
I'll also be attacking. That go on to Dr. Rockwell
I will be attacking.
and Kaylin.
I will be defending. Now I'm curious, do these mud baths stack?
Yes, they do stack. So
Oh boy.
you'll be gaining a whole 15 more energy.
Mm-hmm.
Or 15 more 15 more
Shield points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Means your shield's all the way back up at 27.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Natalie, you are up first.
All right. With my incredible 34 tiles of movement,
Jesus.
we are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. And because all gale damage has been negated, I am going to use my basic Claw Fury attack for 1 energy.
For 1 energy, and that uses. Did you already pay the cost of the energy?
I just did it.
Yep.
Well, no, I didn't. There we go.
All
Roll 20
right.
being
Right.
functional
So,
as ever.
That I assume does null damage, right?
It does do null damage, which means I can go ahead and roll myself a d8.
Yep.
7 plus 1 plus my current power bonus is 1.
So
So that will do 9 null.
There we go.
He looks and says, such a valiant effort, but unfortunately, I have a card called Aqua Heart in my hand. This counter card can be activated when I'm hit by an attack. I gain EP or HP I would have lost. I just have to pay a certain cost. I'll go ahead. So thank you for the extra. I'll just pay another 7 energy.
Man, this guy sucks.
And I'll get back.
Seconded.
Yeah. And I'll get back 9 HP.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Did you have an extra attack from Action Surge?
I do have an extra attack from Action Surge, and I will use that
Sure.
for another Claw Fury.
All right, go ahead. Roll that damage.
He couldn't possibly have 2.
Oh, not minus 14. I just wanted to minus 1. I wanted to go to 14. There we go. I'm method acting by being bad at math. Now, I will attack with another D8.
All right. Hey.
And again.
And now,
The heart of the cards giveth, the heart of the cards taketh away.
and because And so it's 9. So he'll also lose 5 energy from that. Okay.
All right.
And you still have movement speed. So even if you've still got movement speed after you attack, you can continue to move.
You better. I'm just gonna assume I have enough movement speed to move back to my home base, so I'm just gonna run all the way back to here.
All right.
Seems reasonable.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna bother counting. I have 34 squares.
He
Should we
looks.
get zoomies?
He just looks. He says, "All right." So Victor Vile says, "A random annoyance, but don't worry. I'm about to take you out." All right, hold on. He eyes you, Dr. Rockwell.
I'm sure he does.
1, 2, 3. And he will now use his attack, a melee attack called Hydro Hiss. With that, it's a wave type attack that deals 7 everything in a 7x7 tile range will be taking 4d6, or thanks to his limit break, 4d8 plus 3 wave damage. And since you're a blaze hero and blaze are weak to wave attacks, the damage will be doubled. So
Oh joy!
do you have anything to
You're asking if I can counter that. The answer is no.
all right, does anyone else have any counter cards?
This counts as Bengal being targeted for an attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I will play my counter card, Wind Parry.
Ooh.
Creatures targeted by attack, I can negate the attack, and if I do, attacker is pushed back 2 tiles and knocked prone.
All right.
And I'm going to push him back into the middle of that fire.
Very good.
So as like the big wave, it slams down, all the wave comes over you, but then like the wind comes and blows it back, and he's like, whoa, and he falls back. So while this game has conditions, and this is the prone condition. While prone, you'll have to use half your movement speed to stand back up, and also you take the damage you take from melee attacks is doubled. And as you can also tell, we don't really do rolls to hit here. If I haven't mentioned that, we don't do rolls to hit. Every attack you do automatically hits unless there's a counter card to stop it. So yeah, and he used all of his movement speed. So currently he is now he cannot use his movement speed to get back up. So
very nice.
That brings us to Dr. Rockwell.
Indeed, it does. Let me just check my movement speed quickly. It's 6 tiles. So if I were to here, yeah, okay. So first, I'm going to move 5 tiles, landing on one of my own blaze tiles. And what was this I heard about melee attacks being doubled?
As the machine is kind of like up on its back with its the legs going around. Yep.
In that case, I would like to use one of my attacks for Pounce, which costs me 1 energy.
All right.
It is a melee attack, and it will do 1d10 plus 3 damage.
And that's
except, with Limit Break, that actually does 1d12 plus 3.
And since you're and a special thing, when you are standing on an element, or you're standing on a tile that matches your element, you get an extra 2 to that damage. So it'll actually be a d12 plus 5.
Plus 5. All right. Let's see where this goes.
And of course, it's doubled.
So that is a whopping 32 damage.
All right. The 32 damage. And so as you strike at him, suddenly the the wave, like the orb where his he also gets 16 to his energy as well.
Right.
The area where his the area where his the one orb that's holding the Prionaris, the water cat. You as you pounce down, you strike it, and it shatters open, and
Ooh, very good.
The cat, she's like, I knew if I prayed hard enough, you'd be able to rescue, you'd be able to come through. As she hops out and escapes from his machine, he goes, "No, come back!" As you see the blue fade away from his machine.
Well, that's a significant threat removed for me. Except I would also like to remind the viewing audience that I still have combat bracers equipped.
All right, so will you attack
Which means
again?
I can do it again. Yes.
Gonna use pounce?
Yes, I am.
On declaration. It's like, I'm not done yet. I activate a
Ooh.
counter card called Move Steal.
Negate
When
that.
you declare an attack, I can negate the attack.
Ah,
And now
okay.
I get to add that attack to my arsenal.
Okay.
So,
Cool. All right. I'm so glad he gets my null melee move.
all right. With that, I believe, do you have one more movement speed left, or
I probably do, but I think I'm going to stay where I am for the moment.
All right. That means the last one left is Kaylin. What were you gonna do?
Due to my Royal Road activated, I don't really have to use any of my regular speed to get here, but I'm going all the way over here.
Yeah. All right.
I'll end my turn because I'm defending.
Okay. All right. Prep phase 2. Life leech takes effect. So Doctor, you take 3 points. You lose 3 points from null damage, bring you down to 29, and he gains. Oops. And he gains. Oops.
Let's see here.
What were you? Yeah. Okay. All right. And he gains 3 HP back.
Okay. Because of
And
the life steal, right?
He is still prone. Also, is there anything anyone wants to do during their prep phase 2s? Any power cards you want to activate?
Good
No.
here.
Nope.
Camera's
All right.
done. Why does it keep doing this?
All right. So with that,
Some
we go into the end. We go into the end phase. I think first off, Dr. Rockwell. First off, will you'll also pay 5 more energy to keep those combat bracers on.
I will.
However, you can roll, since you're standing in a blaze tile, you can roll a D8 of either to gain back either some HP or energy, your choice.
I would like to gain back my energy.
All right.
Ow. No.
3.
Better than nothing.
Yep. And as for Kaylin, will you first off, also Natalie pays 4 energy for Windy Valley.
That is correct.
And Kaylin, would you pay for you actually have a lot, so
Yeah.
yeah, you've got 2 mud baths and Roiled Road. Will you but they are all the option of you can pay the energy to keep them around or not pay the energy and have them be destroyed. What would be your choice?
I will destroy 1 mud bath and I'll destroy my Royal Road.
All right.
All right.
So I will just be paying the usual
3 energy.
3 energy.
All right. And with that, we move on. We move on to the start phase. Everyone draw up to 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do I get? Okay. Oh, that's new.
Hilarious. Okay. Very good.
All right. And during his start phase, Victor will say, I'll have to break out another element. I'll change it to a shine element, to a shine type.
Not the greatest pull, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, let's see where this goes.
All right. So he will not during so he turns his ship turns yellow as you see the Sphinx the Sphinx's jewel light up and get absorbed into the machine. Though he's still prone just as he's rolling around as he turns yellow. He looks I am so that starts off with Natalie.
Yes.
You are the one who takes first in prep.
All right. And I'm going to start us off with a bang by playing Upgrade.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You see, these heroes, what you're looking at, are just their first forms. When you play Upgrade, it allows you to go into their new forms, which resets and gives you a whole new set of energy and health. However, any equip cards you're equipped with are destroyed.
Yes.
And your SP also resets to 0 as well.
So for clarification, Windy Valley is continuous but not end equip, so it is not destroyed.
It is not destroyed. It is cool. On the field. Continuous are stuff that affects everyone on the field. Equips are just affecting one player.
Gotcha.
All right. So let me go ahead and get out your fancy pants new hero, which I will also I have her. All right.
New sprite.
Yeah. I just want to also make sure. So this picture I'm using as a winged green cheetah by Chloe Jewel on DeviantArt. Right now, still getting some artists. So right now, these are just kind of placeholder images. Assets. Okay. Take this. And I gave you control of it, right? Yes, I did. So suddenly your cheetah gets bigger, its fangs go sharper as like some wind emanates you around, little rose petals come around, and you grow a pair of wings.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So now in your brand spanking new form, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
The first thing I am going to do is activate my new form's ability, Zip. During my prep phase, until end phase, my speed is doubled, and each of my attacks deal an additional D6 of gale damage.
Which, of course, would be
also
a
while
D8
zipping. Yes. Also, while zipping, any melee attacks that I take deal double damage.
All right. Anything else?
That will be it for me.
And
it
how
also
much
cost me 10 energy, which I just put it.
All right. That moved on to Victor as he is hanging upside down and trying to play his cards on the. And he says, so hard to read these cards. I think the blood's coming to my head. I'll go ahead. He's just like, but not to worry. I have the ultimate card that'll bring me victory. He looks and says, first off, my life. He did also have to pay 6 energy at the end to of last turn for life leech.
Right.
He says like, but now, yet again, I gain 3 more HP. and you, and you, my little associate, has to will lose. You will lose three HP.
Just as it happened last time, I remember.
All right, bring you to 26. Actually, you actually take the damage directly. So actually, what would happen? You're technically only at 31, and you're out of your shield.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had that. I
Yep.
think we all did.
Yep.
Oh well.
Yeah, it was literally staring me in the face. He says, "But why stop at one?" He just looks and says, "But why stop at one when one life leech when two is twice as nice? I'll play another life leech. Only this time, I'll equip it onto that one." As he points to you, Natalie. Yes, leeching the
I
life.
have nothing I can do to respond.
Yep. And now I will play this Heaven's Shackle. This power card I can equip them to any hero in the field. It negates all their special abilities, but in addition, all their attacks deal an additional 5 shine damage. I'll equip it to myself.
Okay.
So although, thanks to this, now I'm treated as a null. Thanks to this,
Oh,
I'll treat it as a null hero. Which means I'll go first in the attack.
I see.
And of
Okay.
course, I get the extra shine damage as well. I'll play another Heaven's Shackle to go along with it, which means all of my attacks will deal an additional 10 points of shine damage.
Okay.
And now, with that, I'll go ahead and I'll end my turn. So we move on to Dr. Rockwell.
Right. So I've got a couple of things that I would like to do. I would also like to play my upgrade card.
All right. So let me just also get this ready. Make sure I'm
Which will unfortunately destroy my bracers, but
Yep.
I may not actually end up needing them.
Yeah. This is a Flame Tiger by Zenardo on DeviantArt. So let's grab it. Brand spanking new hero right here.
Hoorah.
Suddenly it ignites and is a full matched with the power of matched with the power of fire. The pyrope is it's made entirely out of fire. Even black flames representing the stripes, and it also is super muscular. Think Incineroar.
Hold on, I need to Google something.
Oh yeah, Sasha notoriously knows nothing about Pokemon. That was a bad reference.
Well, make sure you have safe search on.
What?
Ignore that.
Ignoring it. Oh, God almighty.
I told you to have safe search on.
I see that. I see where you're going now. That is just a man.
All right. Anyway, so you've been upgraded. Your combat bracers are go to the discard pile. And but do you have any more cards to play?
Yes, actually, I would like to. I do have one question.
Yeah.
Do continuous cards stack?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I would like to play both of my fire charges, essentially quadrupling my damage dice.
Yeah. So as long as these cards are on the field, are using the field, blaze attacks have their damage doubled. As your fires grow even bigger, just blowing fully all the way up. All right. Anything else?
Nothing immediately. That is the end of my turn.
All right. Kaylin, you're up.
Why settle for 2 upgrades characters
Ooh.
when you can have 3?
The full
Yes!
package. Let's go.
All right. So this so you get a lot more buff, and you're kind of you form like this kind of metallic armor over yourself, and a cape flows off, and you get like a lance to go along with it. This is the Amber Lion, and the source is Rakshasha Golden Cub by Lunargue on DeviantArt. So let me get the picture here. There's your brand new Amber Lion.
Nice. Had to sacrifice my shield points, but I think this is appropriate.
All right. Any other cards you want to play?
That'll be it.
Victor smiles and says, well, very well. You're at full power now. But that means I can take you down. After all, you see, my base form has its own attacks as well.
Here we go.
So he'll use half his movement speed to stand up, which means he's got 3 tiles of movement left. Oh, I also forgot to mention something. He also takes since non-Blaze heroes, when they're staying on Blaze tiles, take a D8 take a D6 of Blaze damage. But of course, this is a D8 now due to limit break. So
right,
he is also he takes 6 damage.
Okay.
So he stands back up, no longer prone. And he's going to move here. Let's see. Can I get it's like, I'm sorry, Dr. Rockwell. You are the one I respect the most out of this group, but unfortunately, you're in my way. So I'm going to attack you with my beam cannons. Null damage. At a actually, no, hold on. This is in the effect text. He's actually going to, I'll take it back. He's going to move over here. He turns his cannons facing both the bang going right here. His cannons facing both the you see his beam cannons are 2 tiles wide and in a 10 tile line.
Okay.
So, and it's like, and the best part, limit break ups their damage. This is the ultimate move. It may cost me. It says it'll cost me almost all my energy, bringing me only down to 14 energy for this attack. But in addition, it would normally deal 68, but my limit break brings that to 60 10s, and normally they have a +3 power bonus, but my 2 heaven shackles will add an extra 10 shine damage, which means that 60 10s plus 13 points of damage. This will wipe the both of you out. Oh,
I activate my
also I didn't forget declaration phase. He's attacking, of course.
We totally did forget declaration. Yep. I am also attacking.
I'm also attacking.
I also intend to attack.
All right.
Very good.
Full throttle. Okay. So, anyways, resume attack.
All right. Counter card for me. I activate Para Parry. When you would take damage from an attack or card effect, you discard 2 power cards or 2 other counter cards. Reduce the damage to 0 and gain HP or EP equal to the damage you would have taken. Though I am full, I do have 2 power cards to get rid of in order to basically nullify that attack for me.
You may be safe, but the professor is not. Does anyone have any cards?
I'm sorry, I don't.
I don't.
I'm sorry, I don't either.
That's fine. I knew what I was doing.
So that's going to be I'll off it. So 60 tens plus 13. Let's 13. Oh gosh. That's a 20 in total plus a 13. You have 1 health point left.
Holy!
You are just so lucky, you know that? You're the luckiest player I've ever seen.
You're not getting through me, Vile.
As the beam fires off, and like Amber Lion, like he holds up those 2 power cards to shield himself as he's like, haha, you have like that's 1 down, 2 to go. But you look, you are in fact there with 1 HP. Of course, that is also going to cost you 17 points of energy.
Yep. Totally fine.
But you're still alive, which
I'm still
frankly,
here.
I'm amazed. What? How?
I don't know.
Very well. As soon as it doesn't matter. As soon as my next prep phase comes, the effect of my life leech will take away the last remaining HP you have, which means you're no longer a threat.
Maybe
But first,
so.
we have the other attackers. Oh, also, actually, wait, no, I forgot. Since you evolved, that first life leech on you is destroyed.
That is correct.
You're good.
No matter. I'll still attack. I'll still be able to get you next turn. You barely survived 1 hit. You won't be able to survive 2. All right.
Emerald Cheetah gives a flap of their wings. There's not gonna be a next turn.
Damn right.
All right, then Cheetah, it's you're up.
All right, so with the ability of Zip as well as the effect of Wind Valley, Emerald Cheetah's movement has been increased to 20 total tiles. So I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I don't stop there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I dash around in a circle to build up more movement. For you see, Cheetah's first ability, Speed Force, means that during combat, for every 2 tiles I move through, I gain a speed counter. Moving 20, that brings my total up to 10. And I can spend those speed counters for my greatest attack, Fang over Fang.
Get him!
The counter's at 10, that will cost me 20 energy. But we'll do a total of 10, plus I have another d6 from Zip. Would normally be doing 11d6. However, because Limit Break is still active, that becomes 11d8. Oh, how do I enter roll commands in d20? Did it slash roll?
It's slash roll.
You're doing Fang over Fang, right?
Yes, I am.
Don't bother entering those commands. I don't have enough energy to play for this card. I forgot. No.
Oops.
Never mind. Yeah,
Well, that's
I was gonna use
unfortunate.
move
You're out
shield.
of options, Vile.
All right, go ahead. Roll all those. Roll
You
up.
better believe it.
I am slightly disappointed we're probably not going to see my orbital nuke.
All right. That's 44 on the dice, plus 2, plus an additional 2 for my power bonus for a total of 48 gale damage.
There it is.
All right. How would you like to do this? The classic question is always.
All right. I think that in the typical spirit, in gaining up those speed counters, Cheetah is running around in circles to produce that same like tornado building up and up and up further. And as this like massive force of wind is moving towards the Secura ship, out from it, the Cheetah will launch forward at full speed and just have its claws and fangs rip across the surface of the ship, freeing the remaining cats.
Is it like it all like kind of it all breaks apart, and Victor Vile falls down as his machine crumbles. And you see him just kind of like this, kind of peeking out the kind of just peeking out the edge of the rubble, all like kind of all like swirls in his eyes. No, I was supposed to be a god.
Can I just like bodily tackle him?
Yeah. So soon enough, your forms all dissipate, and then your forms all dissipate. You all go back to your human forms, and
Kalen's
looks,
like, "Oh man, I didn't get to show off enough."
yeah.
I am curious to see what kind of damage roll the potential 32 d8s. I'm so curious. That would have just been absurd.
Yeah, that's kind of like I just like this game can just get so absurd and so
It's
awesome.
so absurd. You know what? Let's just see what
yeah.
it would have been.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
Go
an
ahead.
insane number.
Roll 32 d8.
And that's with the limit, because remember, limit break would still have been active. So
Yeah, that's with limit break. It would have been
Yeah.
d6s. 147. It would have been a one-shot kill from the beginning.
well,
This game
it
is
could have
nuts.
killed two of him. He had 70 HP total.
Oh wow.
If anyone in chat, by the way, is looking at those kinds of numbers and being like, wow, this game feels really unbalanced, need I remind everyone, all it takes is a single counter card to reduce that number to 0.
This
Yeah,
is why I
but-
was so happy that Natalie was going first, so she would burn any counter cards, and then I had the orbital laser, but it turns out we didn't even need it.
Yeah. That's yeah. And of course, also you just need more energy to pay for these high attacks.
Of course.
So actually go ahead. So as the form dissipates, Rockwell, you see he's like, no, I will get out of here. He's pressing some buttons on like his little like wrist, comm, as suddenly like a portal opens up behind him, and he's like, I'll be back next time.
Can I use my Taito to beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, just the spear.
Yeah, sure. If you'd like to, go ahead. If you go ahead, give me the
All
roll.
right. +3. Ah,
Damn.
Oh, dang.
51.
Terrible
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm nearby. I can provide a help action.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Help action,
So
let's see, roll with advantage.
2, 3, 5.
So go ahead, roll again, and remember you have those blank tokens to add to your roll. So go ahead, roll again.
All right. 6 + 3. That'd be
All right.
9.
And if you want, you can use that token to bring it to a major success.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I'll let you share in the glory of how the heck do you want to just kind of knock him out as he is running for the portal.
So like with the power of friendship at his side, seeing like, basically his two allies, it was his former teacher and dance friend at the local arcade, take down this massive ship. You see Kalen like basically like you see like the form that he was taking, the Amber Lion dissipate as he just like kind of that anime thing of like this thing's being destroyed, like debris falling everywhere, and Victor Vile's at the portal about to escape, but then then all of a sudden here comes Kalen with the whoosh, and just like kicks him right in the head.
With the power of friendship and D1 football.
He falls back, and he's just like, you can't do anything about me. I'm too powerful. They won't let me. They won't let anything happen.
Who is they? Can everyone stop being vague today?
As he falls unconscious, and you guys look back through the portal, as all the cats go around you, they're all very thankful. The Shine Sphinxes. Thank you. You have very graciously rescued us all. And the the panther is just, oh, I was really scared there, but I'm glad you all came through. As you as you look towards the it's like the Amber looks towards the portal and says, "Hold on, everyone. Look, it's them." Everyone,
God,
you turn to the open portal, and he goes, "It's the Messiah." You see this portal is open up, and you see floating in kind of this purple void is a kid. They look no older than 15. They've got kind of sort of flowing, they kind of draws, look, they got flowing pink hair. They're wearing this kind of purple, this almost like kind of purple, almost like kind of like a like a kind of like a sort of like samurai outfit, just kind of like this cloak around their torso and around their legs, this purple cloak with like a pink skirt over it, and they have also this blue this bright blue scarf tied around them that's just kind of floating within the area. The cats are the blaze, like the blaze tiger says, yes, that's the Messiah, the one we are supposed to guide here. And
Hey,
yeah, mission accomplished.
well, unfortunately, this is with all the security droids around, this doesn't look very safe. The blaze one says, we'll have to find a better place, but we know where to guide. We at least can guide them. And it's like, but there's a lot going on right now. This Messiah, like the Prionalis, the water cat walks up and says, "It's a long story, but our worlds don't live in as much harmony as as the balanced dimension would like you to think. Their name is Trace, and they are one who we're hoping can either convince our elements have gone, our dimensions have gone to war with each other, and your world has been siphoning natural resources, slowly destroying them, and many creatures have been disappearing. We are hoping that Trace is the key to ending it. Though their origin, we don't know where they came from, but they have this strange ability to connect to both humans and creatures from our worlds. Perhaps they can convince the balanced dimension to stop, or if necessary, they have a lot of great power. They can use that force to stop it."
that's really interesting. 1 sec. Zeke, are you okay?
Zeke! You shout in there, and unfortunately Zeke is nowhere to be seen. And he looks, he goes,
Zeke!
He looks and says, "Sorry, boy." Amber looks, "Sorry, boy, but right now Zeke is still trapped in the shade dimension."
He's trapped in the shade? How? When? He... okay.
That's where that Victor Vile put him there. However, if we can use his technology, we can go after Zeke.
All right. I want to save my buddy, but I also want to help you too, Trace. So...
Trace is unfortunately looks to be asleep and unconscious, so not able to hear at you. And
gotcha.
The rest. So with this, you are all left with a lot of choices. You can go back to to your ordinary lives, forget this all happened, or you can journey with your cats into this unknown world and help them find a place for Trace. Or with Kayland, you can go after Zeke. You can either plan ahead and try to come up with a plan, or you can rush in straight up and go try to find him immediately. The decisions are up to you players. I think Kaylin, you've already made up your mind.
Yeah, Kaylin's just, no matter what, he's going after his friend.
All right. Natalie?
I wait to see what Rockwell does.
Oh, great, you would.
All right, Rockwell.
This has been the single most engaged I've ever seen Natalie in anything ever, which has kind of sent wheels turning in my head of, okay, this resonates with her. This might be worth pursuing. And I can't in good conscience let her do that alone.
So then the Emerald looks. So what are we doing first? Are we going to go help find Trace, or do we got to find that? We got to find that Zeke kid. What are we doing first? What are we doing first?
I think Kaylin can handle Zeke. We need to find Trace.
All right.
He looks and says, Amber looks and says, "Oh, don't worry. Zeke will have me with. We'll have me with him. And once you guys are ready, we'll come back and we'll all help, and we'll all be ready to set Trace down at once."
It's fine with me. I like to wander anyway, so check out another dimension's kind of what I've been wanting to do this whole time, I guess.
Very well. With that, the players set down the portals. Kaylin and Amber going into one portal to the shade dimension, while the others scour the city of scour the other dimensions, scour the city of Halcyon, looking for a safe place to bring to bring Trace. They walk down their respective paths. The future uncertain, but their determination is unbreakable. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Yay!
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Thank
It's
you.
always fun to
Wow.
see new
That was a lot
stuff
of
on
fun.
here.
Yes. So thank you all very much for watching, and for those of you who donated, thank you very much for donating. I certainly hope this game, we're still in beta. You're still in beta, but I hope this game has piqued anyone's interest. Of course, let me know. You can hit me up again on Blue Sky, writing with Joanna, or my website. If you just want to give me your thoughts about the game, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think could be improved, I'd be willing to listen. And if anyone is like an artist and wants to draw art for cards and things like that, please, I'd be willing to listen. I'd be willing to pay as well. So yeah, thank you all again. My soul, Ryan F. Joanna on Blue Sky, RyanFJoanna.com or RyanFJoan.com. That's where you can check me out. That's where you can see me. You can also check out my writing there. And I hope you all very much enjoyed seeing this thing that we've put a lot of work into over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right, let's go around again. Joanna, go ahead and you already did.
Yeah, I think I already did.
I think that's well covered.
We'll scooch on over to Dylan then.
Yeah. So yeah, it was nice seeing you all. If you want to contact me about anything, I got my own website, dylanropes.com, and do graphic design work. If anyone's interested in that, pin me, and yeah, I'll help you out.
All right, Sasha.
I think Meowrathon is the most visible event of my calendar, so if you like my particular exquisite blend of chaos and I was about to say control, but no, it really is just chaos. Stick around for another 3 hours or so. I will be running the last game tonight.
Designed for chaos, that one.
They'll be in my house
my mic
now.
was nowhere near my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might help a little.
And Rosemary.
Every time I do this, I think this will be the year I have an online presence.
You are your online presence. Rosemary.
I am.
My name is Rosie. You can find my music work at Rosegold, spelled ROXEGOLD, at Bandcamp. And you can also find my YouTube channel, which is Rosegold, spelled the same way, where you can find the podcast that me and Joanna do, where we watch and review every Pokemon movie. And by everyone, I mean currently we have 2.
It's so old that it has my dead name in it.
We can redub it. It's fine.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, guys, stay tuned. At 4 o'clock, yours truly will be running D&D with the Beholders and special guest Riley Silverman.
Yeah. All right.
Always exciting.